this is not going to be the most positive video of mine.
Please don't go to a bootcamp in 2025. It's a scam at this point.
My bootcamp said 90% employment rate. RIP 26K.
Been lied to about placement stats directly to my face.
But it's definitely going to be the most brutally honest one. Because I'm sick of getting calls from people just like you from a YouTube who are saying that they have been lied by the bootcamps. They have signed up for it, they've paid $5, $10, even $15,000 to $20,000, but they never got a success or never got the money back. I'm getting that every single day as I talk to 5 to 10 people on average. And on this video, I'm going to share 5 the most important questions and answers and reasons why I think bootcamps suck and what you do have to know if you're planning or thinking to sign up for one of them. So make sure to stick until the end of this video if you want to make sure you're not going to be losing thousands or even tens thousands of dollars. But let me introduce myself first in case you're new here. My name is Sergii Khromchenko and I'm a software QA engineer, lead manager, and a senior engineering manager of SDAT in the past. But these days, I'm helping people like you to become a tech professional from scratch or to improve your existing skills. Now, let's get started. Number 1, empty promises. The most common empty promise of almost any tech bootcamp as of this day is job guarantee. Literally, they say on the main page of their website or on the homepage, job guarantee. If you don't get a job within 6 months or 1 year, you're gonna get your money back. The trick is, I'm getting a lot of calls from people who went through their program and saying, hey, they said they guaranteed the job, but they didn't get me my money back because they said, well, you didn't finish one of the homeworks or you didn't attend all of the webinars. And with the little letters in the contract, you're gonna have a huge list of things such as, and this is just an example, you're gonna have to attend every single live lecture. If you don't attend even a single one, that agreement is void, which means it's not working anymore. You're not gonna get your money back. If you don't attend one of the interviews some company sent you, even if you're in the United States and you accidentally got invited for an interview for a QA position in India, in Mexico, in a state where you don't want to move, if you deny and don't go for an interview, this job guarantee was void again, which means it has been canceled. If you go for an interview and if you are invited for an interview for a $15 per hour position, but you don't care about that position, you're not gonna go for it, right? If you don't go for it or if you don't accept that offer, the contract has been void, which means it has been canceled. So there are a lot of reasons that you don't really know about until you actually finish the course. And literally, if you go to Reddit and if you look for a job guarantee and the name of the good bootcamp you're interested in, you will find quite a few Reddit threads where people are saying they did not get a job offer. Someone might say it once in a while, and I'm not sure if that is true because I'm getting a lot of calls from the people who did go through it and who are saying that they've been told, well, you're not getting your money back. And think of it, you've signed up for a bootcamp with 20, 40, sometimes 200 people. If the job has been promised to every single one of them, how many people will get a job offer these days? Not everyone will get a job offer. And if not everyone will, how can the business sustain without receiving the money for the courses? Because they have mentors, they have cloud technologies they have to pay for, right? Just think about it. And aside of this, regarding empty promises, leave a comment right below this video and tell me all the empty promises that you have ever received from any bootcamp. Let's get to the point number 2. But I'm going to share it only with those kind of folks who'll hit this big fat thumb up button below, subscribe to our channel, and also follow our LinkedIn, Instagram, and a Telegram communities, links to which you can find right here. Lack of hands-on experience. Think about it. Whenever you're signing up for a bootcamp, majority of the time, they will use wording such as, yes, you will have project or you will be working on a project. Project is something else. Project is, hey, here's a dummy website I've created for you. You test it and then you can say that you've been working on this project. No, that's not going to work. As per this day right now, whenever you are on the market, you need to show your experience. You cannot say that, hey, I have been working on a project. No one is going to care about it. In 99.999%, there is still a little chance, but mostly it's almost gone. Plus, whenever you go for an interview, you need to describe your experience, right? You're gonna be asked questions. Hey, have you ever had a situation where developers did not agree with the bug and said it's not a bug, it's a feature? And by the way, this is still the most common question on every single interview, and I'm not kidding at all. Have you ever had multiple priorities and you had to decide which one to go, and those priorities were coming from different teams? If you've never worked for a company, if you never had a real internship, you will never be able to guess or memorize the way they teach in some bootcamps or companies or countries. You will not be able to memorize all the situations. So you have to have an experience that you can talk about. And if you had it, you will answer based on this experience. If you did not, you will simply say, well, I did not have such a case, or you'll have to come up with a lie. And usually that does not work. I worked as the manager for multiple years in the world of QA, and it's easy as that to see if the person is lying or not, based on your facial expression, based on your hand gestures, and based on your eyes shaking and running around. So whenever you want to get actual hands-on experience and you're going for a bootcamp, make sure that this is going to be actual company or actual startup, not just a word that, hey, you're going to be working for a company or you're going to have 2 weeks internship after you finish the course. No, that's not the way. That's not going to be enough. You need to have it at least for several months so you could gain that experience and remember it. So you could get new neuron connections created in your head based on all the situations, based on all the meetings that you will have. If you're joining a bootcamp, ask them, hey, the company that I'm joining, will I be able to talk to developers? Will I have live meetings with them? If not, I wouldn't recommend you to go for it. So make sure you do, and make sure you to talk to some of the students from that bootcamp so they could verify that you actually did have such an hands-on experience or internship for several months, if not half a year, so you could literally remember it and talk about it, as you cannot lie, or at least you should not lie. Here is what we do at Codemify, because I also went through a bootcamp 13 years ago, and I had 2 weeks of internship, test this website, put in your resume, done deal. No, what I think every single bootcamp should be doing, but for some reason, I guess they don't want to spend money on the quality, they want to make more money and get better ROIs. What we do is you join a startup from the day one. As soon as you join the bootcamp, day one, you are joining a startup experience. You are becoming part of the release process. You're going to be not only running regression, you're going to be also jumping on the calls with the team members, with the software developers, product owners. You will have physical interaction. Well, not that physical because it's all virtual, it's all through Zoom, but still, you will be able to talk to them. And by the way, guys, if you're interested in becoming a QA engineer and as that, or if you would like to learn machine learning and become an AI specialist, I have quite a few links right below this video. Right here. Let's continue. Lack of interview preparation. Whenever you guys call me from different bootcamps and say, hey, I went through the bootcamp, but I don't feel confident, and I was looking for mock interviews and I found your videos on YouTube. By the way, we have 288 videos as of now.
Been lied to directly to my face.
And I was like, well, I like how you guys prepare for an interview and I want to be prepared the same way. I usually ask them, how many rounds of interview prep did you have when you've gone through your bootcamp that you paid $8,000, $10,000, $14,000 per year or per half a year? They say, well, we did have 2 exams at the end. And I was like, 2 freaking exams? Are you kidding me? You cannot feel confident if you have been studying for half a year, you forgot majority of things, you've gone through 2 exams, and boom, go on the job market. It doesn't simply work like that. Here's what we do at Codemify. When I went through bootcamp 13 years ago or so, I've realized that, okay, majority of people don't get confident from 2 rounds. I also had the same thing. So I've implemented 6 rounds of interview every single week, starting from the week 1. Imagine you're joining a bootcamp, and literally from the first day, you're getting asked interview questions. The first questions when you just join are going to be very basic, such as tell me about yourself. So you could start getting used to answering questions in front of the crowd, in front of 10 to 15 people. And by the way, our group size are usually from 10 to 20 people, and we don't usually get more than 15 joining the call because everyone has their reasons not to join, whatever. People are going through 6 rounds of interview prep every single week. Just think about it. Number 1, you learn theory and materials, you watch videos. you ask questions, you get answers. Number 2, you get hands-on experience in a US-based startup within 1 week. And number 3, within the same week, you're going to be asked interview questions about situations you had, about the materials you've learned. So you're going to get, how many? 22 cycles throughout 5 months and a half of education. That's what I called intensive or enhanced interview preparation. So if you guys gonna go for any bootcamp, make sure that they have legit amount of interview prep. Question number 4 that I'm getting a lot lately. Do you host live lectures? The answer is, it depends. Live lectures? Heck no, I've tried that. At the beginning of our bootcamp 8 years ago, I started hosting live lectures for 2 hours. And I've realized that people are slow, even though I can show materials, I can present them in a quite fun way. But when you present a lot of materials, no matter how fun it is, people are for 2 hours non-stop, people are slowly gonna start falling asleep, just like you do in a school or I did in a school during my days or in a college. That's how our brain works. Whenever you're learning or getting new information, new neuron connections are getting created. In order for them to become stronger and to get created, your brain needs to shut off or turn off and go to bed, literally, so it could rest up and build new neuron connections. So during that phase, I've realized it's not effective. Also, out of 10 people, only 3 to 4 would join a call. The rest would say, I'm busy, I'm visiting my mom, someone is coming, I have kids, family, school, job, I'm late, etc. Can you please record a video and share it with me? I'll watch it later. I was like, why should I even show up and waste my time if you want me to record the lecture? So what I did, I've recorded all of the lectures, and nowadays, when you join our bootcamp, as I mentioned, number 1, you watch lectures on your own. You can stop it, you can replay it. It's not a Udemy where you don't have support. You stop, you replay, you watch as many times as needed. If you're stuck, if something is not clear, which would be clear in majority of cases because we had thousands of students already, you simply ask questions in a chat and our mentors will give you an answer pretty much within 10 minutes, majority of the time of the day. Because we have people in different regions of the world: Africa, Asia, United States, South America, Europe, etc. But we do still host 3 live webinars per week, during which we, number 1, discuss the materials, because you will already know materials. You might have some questions which you didn't want to get answers or which you wanted me to elaborate. And by the way, I'm still running webinars as I simply love what I'm doing. And you can probably see that by my passion right here. And if you have any questions and you wanted me to elaborate on them based on my experience, you can also ask them during the live webinars. But mostly what we do is play Kahoot, which is a fun quiz game so you could remember things you've learned in a fun way. Number 2, we go through the live interview preparation where I ask you questions one by one and you give me answers in front of 5 to 15 people on average. You will get nervous, you will be shaky, you'll be sweating, you might even cry sometimes or freak out. That's okay. That's how you get used to becoming really good at interviewing. Because whenever our students are going for interviews afterwards, they simply have no questions and they have a lot of confidence. You can check out our Google reviews and you will understand what I'm talking about. Or simply check other YouTube videos. And third, and the most important point of the test automation course, you're gonna go through live coding challenges in front of 5 to 15, maybe even 20 people. You will share your screen and you will solve algorithm challenges, just like you will have to do in front of 1, 2, maybe 4 to 5 people max whenever you are going through a real interview. But by that time, you're going to get used to it because we do it literally 3 times per week. And one of my favorite questions from the girl from Missouri who was born in Tashkent, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe she's somewhere else in the United States, but she's from Uzbekistan, from Tashkent, lovely girl. And she said, and by the way, some of our subscribers did ask me to help them to improve their English, as the majority of us were not born in the US or in English-speaking countries. So especially for you guys, I did open up a new YouTube channel called Sergii Speaks. And you can find a link for it right below this video. Let's continue. And she said, Sergii, I've paid $1,200 for the course. I saw your course, which for US is $5,250. By the way, we have discounts or we have international student scholarships. So if you're from a different country, you leave a message right below this video or send me an email and I'll send you the discounts. Your course was $5,250 and their course, some guys from a different country, theirs was $1,200. I was like, well, it's cheap, I should sign up for it. And she said, you know what, it was kind of not bad, 4 hours of live lectures every day, a lot of materials. And I was like, okay, so sounds like you're happy. Why are you calling me? She's like, well, because I did not like it and I understood that the money that I paid for, $1,200, if you pay $1,200, you get the quality of the $1,200. There were no interview preparation, no internship, etc., etc. There were just live lectures with not very professional mentors who explained materials in a way that I was falling asleep. And I was like, well, you get what you paid for. Let's say it that way. If our price is too high for you, look for a cheaper version, but I cannot guarantee you the quality. The only one thing I can guarantee you guys is the highest quality education possible in our bootcamp. So if you are interested in change your life, if you do need my help, feel free to schedule a one-on-one call with me, link to which you can find right below this video. Now, I want you to drink a lot of water, get some workout, get a lot of good high-quality sleep, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers!